אנו מכריזים בזאת
על TEDxBGU.
I grew up in a small town in early 70s. The car windows were still the manual kind, and friends were those who you really physically go to meet and to spend time with. One day back then, I visited my friend Doron. He was sitting at home upset and told me that the night before, thieves broke into the house. They have stolen money and jewelry. I entered the kitchen and saw Doron's mother wiping tears from her eyes. Since I was a close friend, I dared to ask her why she is upset. She told me that on top of the property that the thieves took, there were several albums with the photos that this is what she is upset the most about. These albums were irreplaceable. Back then, they did not have copies of pictures. Many years later, I can still remember the look on Doron's mother's face. The world has changed dramatically since then. The technologies, the communication, the style, the meaning of friendship, almost everything. In the past, we used the word tomorrow very often. I will go to figure out the train schedule tomorrow. I will call the bank tomorrow. I will figure out other details tomorrow. The word tomorrow has evolved to the word now. Today, we want everything now. We want to get every piece of information immediately, to find out price, schedule, or details now, and we expect being able to buy everything in no time. We don't have time to wait, but moreover, we don't have patience to wait. In order to provide us this here and now experience, many systems should work and be connected globally with light speed. Think of the last time you ordered show tickets online. Just try to imagine how many systems has to work in perfect sync in order to get the tickets on time. The ticket system, the mobile, the credit card, the financial, and more. We need all these systems and connections to support this simple process. And we do many of these actions every day, and we are not impressed of the fact that they work for us. This is our standard, and these are our expectations as the 2018 modern world users arriving to the show in another country and realizing that the tickets are not valid will cause us severe disappointment that each one will express in their own style. There is an active discussion about critical infrastructure. The definition of critical varies. However, if we define failure as low quality of service, we will find out that we are not tolerant to these systems' malfunction. Stopping these systems is not even an option for us. In this audience, who keeps a printed version of your schedule in your pocket? Who takes a printed itinerary when you travel? Who holds a printed version of your contacts? No. We can call power plants and hospitals critical infrastructure. However, I bet that many more systems and data communication that only when they would malfunction, we would realize how critical they are. I have colleagues that will claim that Google, Facebook, and WhatsApp are critical. There are people that will insist that Twitter is critical. Several of them are very senior. cyber is no longer only an information issue. However, let's look here at the information level. The fact that today we have such a large amount of data stored in one device makes it possible, in case of breach, to erase or to steal large amount of data. Doron's mother suffered losing just what could be put in one bag. Today, in such a bag, we can put all the personal information of the entire state. And what about the attackers? In the last decade, we see individual attackers start to work in more collaborative fashion. New communities have evolved that use the same infrastructure and share attack tools, techniques, vulnerabilities, and intelligence. They are very accessible services that enable attackers to attain capabilities which they are not expert on in order to create sophisticated attacks. We call them crime as a service. Think how efficient is it? In fact, if these guys weren't attackers, we would all be hosting an award ceremony praising their collaboration. What is the problem? The problem is that defenders do not work this way. In the defense sector, everyone fends for themselves. Not only that the task is so tough, and that the attackers have inherent advantage by choosing the time, the target, and the way, but we still do it individually in a non-collaborative fashion. Every organization builds the strategy, recruits the experts, build the technologies, investigate every malware, and find a way to cope with any threat. The cyber defense world should find a way to better collaborate and better share information between defenders. We should work as a group and not as non-collaborating silos. We have to find a way that if one of us have found a threat, it will be shared with others, and in that way it will create effectively a new defense layer and a new security level. In the past, it happened de facto via the information assurance companies. Everyone had an antivirus installed in their computers. When a new virus was detected, it was investigated, its signature was found, and it was distributed among the global installations, just like it acts in the biology world. Today, attackers can easily create another flavor of the same attack. We cannot base our defense approach mainly on antiviruses. However, the idea of collaborating and the wisdom of crowd is still valid more than ever. About collaboration, there are governmental and volunteering initiatives for this purpose. We, the Cyber Solutions Group of Dell EMC, have the honor to be involved in a project that is called the Israeli National CERT Center. This governmental cyber center receives requests from the public and from commercial companies. The CERT runs an operational center with top-level experts that handle cyber events and check if each one is a sporadic event or a wide phenomenon. The sectorial certs that we are involved in assist the attacked organization and share important conclusions with other entities that may suffer from similar attacks. I believe that technology has an important role in cyber collaboration as well. On collaboration platform that we currently employ, participants can share important cyber information with the relevant colleagues and in a controlled and secure way. The platform enables the users to perform a co-analysis and to get to conclusions that no one could reach alone. Such technologies are key for a successful collaboration. But another dimension of collaboration is the way that we develop cyber projects. In the past, we used to develop everything by ourselves. The present global demand is for quick solutions in a short time to market. These solutions have to include several different disciplines and different professions. This should cause us to look differently at our industry colleagues. They are not only competitors or professional peers, they are also potential partners. More and more solutions should be an outcome of a collaboration between companies. An interesting means of collaboration is an ecosystem creation, and an exciting one is here in Beersheba. There are large and small companies, a leading university, and governmental organizations that build the units here in the area. Every company or organization works on its role. However, there are fields in which they collaborate. An international expert that arrived to the region can consult several of the entities, each one at a time. A talent that was interviewed in one of the entities and doesn't fit their requirements can be exposed to others. You collaborate sometimes, even though you compete on others. We call it competition. It creates new norms, worth to try. It is a refreshing experience. You say to yourself, okay, I understood what is the government role, what is the industry's duty, and what is the ecosystem's advantages. But is there any connection to me? I say yes. Cyber collaboration touches everyone that sits here in this hall and anyone that is active in the modern world. We have a collective responsibility, and in order to defeat the cyber threats, a collective awareness and involvement is required. All of us are exposed to phishing emails that are one of the easiest ways to penetrate organizations. Stop for a minute and ask yourself, isn't it a mail from an attacker? Stop before connecting any device to your laptops. You think that someone tried to attack you or to test your awareness? Share this with your security people at your organization or with the relevant search center. We call it cyber hygiene. When we all act by these principles, it will be much harder to attack us. We share a mission to hold hands and to protect the world better and keep it positive and clean. We all hold the responsibility that Doron's mother and other mothers and fathers will not shed tears, face damages, or feel sorrow as a result of cyber attacks. The responsibility doesn't start tomorrow or sometime. It starts now. Thank you.